when you take your health seriously, you take your fitness seriously, you're outdoors, because when you're outdoors, it encourages you to be active. And I wanted to say, when you take your hygiene seriously, you start to feel more confident. People may ask you this question: do you need skincare products in order to have good skin? And my answer is yes and no. When you're trying to take care of yourself, it doesn't have to be complicated. So for example, you have a skincare routine, you don't have a skincare routine. And for people that don't have a skincare routine and their skin is good, it's because of their diet. I decided to set myself a challenge of not really using skincare products on my face. So basically, last week Friday, and today is the next week and it's on Wednesday, I haven't used any skincare products on my face for 5 days. I've used Vaseline because I don't really like having dry lips. Apart from that, I haven't added any conditioner to my hair. I haven't added any shampoo to my hair. And the thing is, I won't stick to this all the time. But the thing is, you have to realize that if your face is feeling heavy, you have oily skin, it's just good to try something else that you wouldn't normally do. This is something that I wouldn't normally do because when it comes to my skin, I normally like to add products to my face. I like CeraVe, I like Neutrogena, because this really moisturizes my skin, but it also cleanses my skin. And for example, when it comes to cleansing your skin, you realize that all the bacteria, it comes off your face. And you realize you have natural bacteria on your hands, natural bacteria on your face, but then also you don't want to touch your face. The reason why you need to apply products on your face gently is because when you do it gently, you realize your skin isn't going to irritate, it's not going to be itching. Also, I know it's very tempting to pick the spots on your face, but you shouldn't do it. If you pick spots on your face, you just need to be gentle, add water to your face, and sometimes you need to add ice. But then also, you don't want it to be that your spots are getting big because you're not really taking care of your face, you're not really using a skincare routine. And the thing is, this video, I have to admit, it's all over the place. Because for example, I'm just doing the things that I normally do in my day-to-day routine. And I just thought film the video near the end of the challenge. So during this challenge, I could have waited until the very end to just tell you all of this. But I just wanted to tell you on day 5 of the challenge. Because I'm only doing this for a week, which is 7 days. So you can tell from my skin that my skin isn't too bad, it doesn't seem too irritated. And I do get it, every single person is different. And every single person may be at different stages in terms of how clear their skin really is. And I noticed a big difference when it came to my diet. I'm not eating the same foods that I used to. You have to realize that when you're touching your face, you realize you're touching everything. So for example, I've touched this bench that I'm really sitting on now. And if I touch my face, I'm gonna get the bacteria on the bench on my face. So that's why it's good to not really touch your face. By me doing this 7-day challenge, and you're probably wondering why am I actually doing this? It's because you have the natural inclination of touching your face all the time or putting skincare products on your face. And one negative thing about this challenge is because I did try and touch my hair, I tried combing it, and my hair really smells. And it's because I haven't added any conditioner, any shampoo. And that's one thing that really bothers me in this challenge, because even though I normally wash my hair, I shampoo my hair, I condition my hair at least once or twice a week, for me to not have done that for 5 days is really bothering me. The thing is, I'm doing this as a challenge for 7 days, but you can't just do this forever. And that's what I wanted to say, because I've seen other people, they talk about not really needing skincare products. And I do understand why they say that, but at the same time, I really think you do. Because skincare products, I believe it really protects your skin. It's not just about doing it just because you want to apply products to your face and it makes you feel good, but you have to realize that it protects your face. By taking photos and videos of your skin, you realize that it really does help you. So basically, even myself, I have photos of where my skin broke out the most. And the reason why I have it and why I keep it in my phone is because, for example, you don't ever get to that stage again. And the thing is, when you have photos that you don't like, it makes you want to improve. You know, for example, when your skin is bad, sometimes you let yourself go. Sometimes it could be a bad diet. And sometimes you can be super stressed where you don't focus on your skincare, you don't take care of yourself. And that's what I'm going to say, because you have busy days, you're always around people, you don't actually have time to yourself where you're actually taking care of yourself. And you have to realize that when you're so stressed, it's because you do everything but take care of yourself. And I know this video is supposed to be about skincare, but you have to also realize that if you're not taking care of yourself and your own well-being, because even me, after this video, I'm going to the gym. So basically, when it comes to fitness in general, and you're going on walks, you're going to the gym, you're working out at home, you realize that you're going to sweat, because the reason why you sweat during a workout is because you're going above your limits, you're doing things that you've never done before. And I wanted to say that when you sweat, it's going to drip on your face, but then also you don't want to be breaking out because you're not really washing your face. And I was going to say, in this challenge, I have been washing my face with water. I don't want you to think that I haven't washed my face at all, because I'm not going to tell you that my skin looks like this because I didn't wash my face. I did at least wash my face with water, because for me personally, even though I get oily skin, I don't want to get too much of an oily skin, or I don't want my skin to be too dry. So that's why by washing my face with at least water, that's really a good start. And whenever I have places to be, I will just add moisturizer to my face. And the thing is, when I say moisturizer, it's because I don't add too much, because I know I already have oily skin, so I don't add too much. So what I just wanted to say, I know in this challenge I said that I washed my face, I didn't really add products to my hair, and I didn't really add products to my face. And when I mean I didn't add products to my face, it's mainly skincare products, it's mainly CeraVe, it's mainly Neutrogena. I do love these products, but not being able to use them for like the past 5 days, almost 7 days, it is driving me crazy. But the thing is, when you try a challenge, you have to just see it through. And that's what I did with this mini challenge of mine. Because, for example, you're used to adding so much, you normally add so much, you don't mind how much you're adding to your face. You realize that sometimes when you add so much moisturizer, it can make you break out as well. And especially if you have oily skin, it can make you break out. And I know most of this has to do with diet, but when you're so used to adding a lot of skincare, you realize that you don't really take care of your natural skin. And the thing is, you want it to be that you come off more natural. And if you have oily skin, to not add so much moisturizer, because then you're more likely to break out, you're more likely to sweat. And I'm speaking to people that have oily skin, but people that do have dry skin and you're trying to do this challenge, you just need to wash your face a little bit more. But then also, don't do it for such a long time. Do it for 7 days like I did. One thing that I forgot to add in this video, so you know, for example, when you have good skin, you start to think that people have perfect skin, people have the perfect routine, but you have to realize that everyone is completely different. And I just want to make sure that I'm not like stepping into anything that's too bad. You have to realize that when you think something is perfect, you start to obsess over every single detail. You start to want the best skincare products. The reason why perfection is an illusion is because if you think you're at that stage, you realize that there's always something to improve, there's always something to add. So that's what I'm going to say, because perfection is what you think perfection really is. So before I go, I'm going to say this. You need to realize that sometimes when you think adding the most products will actually help you with your skin, you have to realize it does the complete opposite, where sometimes it makes your skin worse. Sometimes you don't even know if it's your pillowcase. Sometimes you don't even wash your pillowcase. And you have to realize as well that it's not just your skincare, but it's also your pillowcase, it's also you touching your face. Hopefully you do like this video, and if you want to see more of my face, just subscribe to the channel.